Dilly.
Now recording.
Hi, Craig.
You, Craig.
Now recording. Now recording. Bro,
Now
he do be
recording.
sounding. Okay, no, I won't say something else about FNAF. he do be sounding like the man behind the slaughter.
He do be
No,
kind of
he
sounding like the helper guy.
He do
Yeah,
be sounding like the helper guy.
He sounds like the voice you hear when you like have to put in your name in your location.
Exotic Butters.
Shut up! I hate you.
I'm sorry.
Dude, Craig was the man behind the slaughter
I
all
didn't even
along.
think about that. It was just kind of a knee-jerk reaction.
That's literally the exact same. That is the exact same as Rhodey telling my sister, "Get out of here, you filthy
I'm
homesick."
sorry.
That's me to
Got a little
Brody.
bear with a microphone. Craig is a little bear with microphone. He's Freddy.
Oh my god, we let Freddy in here.
Guys,
We
we also let the purple guy in
him
here, so it's
in.
okay. You
I
invited
hate
him
you guys.
too.
I'm gonna say it. I hate this.
No, yes,
This is terrible.
Can we please talk about something else?
Let's play
Okay,
D&D.
let's play
Let's play
D&D.
D&D.
Okay. Hold on, I need to cough.
Gross.
Gotcha.
Lee, will
Thank
you give
you.
us a recap rap?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Oh wait. What was it? What were we... Oh yeah. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we saw some puzzles and we goofed off and it was really fun. And then we watched a woman die.
Alright.
And
that
it was
was
really
cool.
fun. And
And now-
everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, now you're just standing in a ballroom and that's fun. And there's no more water. The water all went away. So you don't have to worry about that.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my dice.
Yeah.
I needed those.
Good job, Mark. Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself so I can eat for a second.
I got
And
dice
speaking of
off a
which,
Wish
I'm
and I
gonna-
love them.
Yes.
Delightful.
I gotta do that. I gotta get on that. My mom gave me a couple little cards and she was like, I feel like there's a dice left on each of these and you can have them. And I was like, okay. So I will be dice shop on the Wish.
It's surprisingly, I ordered a bunch of stuff and they were the first thing to come.
Yes. That's what's up, man.
The only thing I had to
Okay.
pay was shipping, which was like $3.
Damn.
That's kind of choice, actually.
They're super cool. They're clear and they have white stuff inside.
Could it
Like, I have no money unless it's for dice.
Okay. It's a ballroom. You're there. It's really fun.
Can we just,
Is
like,
it?
walk through and go out the other side? Is there just another door that we can just
no.
leave? Cool.
Well, there's the door you came in. There's not another door, though.
Okay. Is there anything we have to do in here? Can we just leave?
Oh,
This
yeah, you can.
sucks.
Yeah, you can leave.
Right?
Okay. Eden stays in there for a little bit because he's just still.
Wait,
Kinda
actually,
staring.
you said there was a piano in here, right? I
Yeah.
do want to go in there and flex my piano playing skills.
Oh my god.
Okay, roll to play piano.
Right now, we just watched
performance
someone
check?
die.
Yeah, performance.
It's gonna be very somber. It'll be
And
like
Tilly's
a...
like, oh yeah, time to, oh yeah, ooh yeah.
Tilly
it's
sits
not-
down and it's like, we've been so long. Starts like the fucking man behind the slaughter song.
Alright, Jim thinks
been
this is
so
the most
long.
emotional thing.
It's like it's gonna be a funeral march.
You're playing taps on the piano.
Sanity of the mother.
That is a dirty
Sorry,
Jim is
20.
crying. 100%.
Oh my God.
100% he is just bawling.
I
Okay,
added
you play a
performance, so
fun
dirty
little
20.
you play a fun little funky song and it's very sad and everyone's like,
Absolutely
is this the
not.
time for that?
No,
it's
it's like a
not.
funeral march. It's like a mourning thing.
So
Okay.
I probably
It's
can't
like
dance
as
to
we
it.
go,
It's like this. It's been so long.
I guess you could dance to it.
Cool. I would like to.
Roll.
Gosh.
Roll performance.
Gladly. Oh wait, I should maybe pull up Pitch's character sheet.
Might be
It's
smart.
possible.
That would
It's
help
possible.
play D&D, huh?
Yeah,
No.
maybe so.
Ow.
Honestly, having Malik's character sheet made it so much harder.
Okay.
I like printed out a physical character sheet for Nim, and I'm starting to regret that because I keep losing it. And, like, I'll set it down and it'll just disappear.
Just take a picture of it.
True.
No, that's something that a rational person would do. A person who had a brain and not just a single like DVD around in there. You gotta understand.
This is
You
true.
gotta understand.
Okay, vibes.
That's a 16 for performance.
It's a little off color, but it's like
Oh.
good, but it's like also, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Good, but,
yeah,
like, why are
someone
you
did just
doing that?
drown.
Right, it's like when you watch like a fucking Adult Swim thing and it's like funny, but you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what? It's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sexy though.
Or like you're watching Robot Chicken with your dad and there's like a really gaudy like joke and you laugh and he doesn't laugh.
Yes.
Are you
'Cause you
speaking
laughed
from
at the-
experience?
Because you laughed at the joke about Medusa having a snake as and it was kind of embarrassing and your sister was there too and just hypothetically speaking, if that were to happen, it would be the same as this.
Right. Okay.
Oh
Gotcha.
my goodness.
And that's why Leah is the way they are.
It was funny, okay? It was like a whole little bit where he slayed Medusa, and then there was a male Medusa, and he was like, "Hey, come live with me. Look at my giant schlong." And he dropped his little towel, and it was a snake, and so the guy died because he looked at it because it was his penis. And it was funny, and my dad did not think so.
God.
No, yeah, that's funny. You were right.
No, it's funny,
Right,
yeah.
I know.
So, is there gonna be a Medusa guy in the next room? I
Yes.
really want there to be.
It's actually in this episode, so
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Finally.
anyway. Yeah, you're there.
Okay. Can we roll investigation in this ballroom? That seems smart.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
19.
9.
Woo!
We are
7.
the same.
So.
Actually, 8.
Tilly kind of looks around the room and then she looks back at her hands and she goes, my hands look really good. She's like, damn, I really
That's
do have
true.
like the perfect piano hands. And then you go
That's
back
true.
to playing piano.
Like, she's wearing gloves, but, like, still.
Oh, for sure.
Nim rolled a 17.
Wait, what did everyone else roll?
I rolled a
19.
7.
Okay, yeah, can we take that again, but don't all speak at the same time. Matt, what
Alright.
did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
Mark,
7.
Rhodey.
Rhodey.
All
Alright. Mark, you are just kind of very sad. Well, you're not. Well, I don't know about you. Eden is just very sad. He's not really looking
yet.
around. He's like, maybe I should. And he's like, no. So he's kind of having a little moment. But everyone else that didn't roll just complete shit. You notice in the center of the ballroom where the figures were before, there is something on the ground there now.
Nim's gonna
Not
go
gonna
pick
go
it
up
up.
to it.
You're
very
That's
already a
alright.
man.
Wait,
Nim,
hold
just
on.
go look
I
at
gotta
it.
open. I gotta open Discord on my phone so I can send a picture.
Alright.
Alright, everyone. Tell me to roll
boy.
Constitution. I'm ready for it. I'm about to get trapped.
I'm not gonna do that.
Trap.
Nim
trap,
is the
trap.
herbo, that's all.
Trap.
I almost sent the picture of the turtle. Anyway, this is what you pick up. It's a necklace. Hold on, give it a second.
It's a turtle.
You immediately
surrounded by
lose
bread.
1 to all stats.
The star of
It's a
David.
turtle surrounded by bread.
It's the
It's not
pocket watch
good.
from Full Metal Alchemist.
It does kind of like a pocket watch.
What?
Can I? I'm gonna.
It's the
It's the Full Metal Alchemist.
Can I
pocket
roll?
watch.
Can I roll investigation
It's
on
not. It's a
the necklace?
it's a necklace. I mean, you can investigate it. There's really nothing special about it. It's just a necklace with a little funky little symbol on it.
It is the Star of David. It's not a funky symbol.
It is not the Star of David, darling. I mean, it is, but it's
It
also
is.
other things.
It is. Oh, it's the
It
thing.
is.
Like, there's other stuff on it, but there is the Star of David in there.
It's a
And I-
Beyblade, I think.
I think it's a Beyblade, yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm just gonna kind of hold on to it, I guess.
Alright, you have that now.
Beyblade, I made it.
There's-
Oh my god! Beyblades are dreidels part 2. It all comes together. It is the Star of David, but it's
I don't know if this is insensitive.
it's a okay.
Mark
You're
is
right.
racist.
Mark, that's
Mark is PewDiePie. Says the N-word. Anti-Semitic.
anti-Semitic, as it turned out.
That's crazy. Okay,
That's
there's nothing else to see in this room.
Dope. Let's go back.
Unless you want to
then.
play more piano, I don't know.
No,
Can we
I'm
just
good.
jam? Yeah, can we just have a jam
Yeah, a
session?
little jam sesh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds great.
and then we just all have instruments suddenly, and it's really cool, and it's kind of a little bit weird that they just manifest there. But
Not the
Ghost
weirdest
wants
thing
us to
that's
play.
happened.
Definitely not the weirdest thing.
Eden's on the drums. What about you guys?
Looking at, is there a way out?
Yeah.
Yeah, the door you came in.
Is there another way out?
No.
Any
Oh.
The
windows?
ceiling, if you try hard enough.
There's like, you see in the back of the room, there's like arches that look like they would hypothetically hold windows, but there's like no glass there.
Right.
Like
I'm
it's
gonna-
not like empty. It's just kind of like someone bricked over where a window would be.
Gotcha.
I vibe with this. I vibe with whoever designed this house.
Thank you. It was me.
No windows.
This is
Are there any
also
rooms
what
that we
Tilly's house
haven't-
looks like.
Are there any rooms that we haven't been in? And have we been in the baby
The
room?
dining
Yeah, we
room.
haven't been in
the
the, baby's
kitchen
room.
and the porch. Oh, I mean, yeah, in the baby room.
The dining room, kitchen, porch, and the baby room. Can we
You
get
can't
into
go
the
to
dining
the
room?
porch again. No, you
Oh,
can't.
wait.
It was locked.
Can we open the necklace or something? Is it like openable?
No, it's not a locket. You would know that from picking it up.
Okay.
It's just a heavy, like thick pendant on a chain.
Okay.
If you want to
Uh,
break it, I have mending, so we don't feel bad about it.
That's so fair.
This is again the plot of Full Metal Alchemist.
Kinda is though. Like, are we gonna do some alchemy?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna
that's
open it
kind
and
of,
it's gonna have the day that your not
do this.
boyfriend burned down his parents' house, and
Stop!
he's gonna get really mad, and you're gonna feel really bad about it. But also, you just helped give birth to a baby, so it's kind of whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I
No,
have
that's
not
gonna
watched
happen.
Yeah.
Fire and Full Metal Alchemist. I'm excited to watch this.
It's a good episode. I really like that episode.
No.
Ow.
What? You don't like it?
I have only
It's
made
a
it
good
to
anime.
episode
It just
10.
makes me sad.
Well, duh.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
you
the whole
expected.
point.
It was sad.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the mark of a good anime?
Yes.
You should know that, Rhodey. You're a weebus.
Are you
Okay.
telling me you don't watch things just to make you sad?
Mark of a good anime has Roy Mustang in it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the list. Which means there are only 2 good animes, which is kind of sad.
Can I
Okay.
go?
What?
Sorry, I was gonna go try and get into the baby room again.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
I was
for it.
also thinking that. I'm gonna come with you.
Awesome.
Is everyone headed to the baby room?
Yeah.
The room where they
Ooh.
store the babies? Oh, did someone say no?
Room.
Okay, whatever. Everyone that's going to the baby room is going to the baby room. Hold on, I'm still eating chicken in this moment.
Nice. Is it tasty?
Not really.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna
Whenever
say, is
my
it those
parents
chicken
grill
nuggets that you
chicken-
always make?
No, it's grilled chicken. Hey, I like those chicken nuggets. Fuck off.
I'm sorry. You eat white
They're,
people food,
they're,
man.
they're a good little depression meal.
See, I like my depression meals to taste good, but that's fair.
Oh,
That's the whole point of a depression meal. It doesn't have to taste good. It
Eating
just
an
has to be
entire block
food in
of
your
cheese.
body. Exactly.
But I like it to be the little thing that brings me a little bit of joy. You gotta go
That's
for
fair.
cereal. Have you considered?
cereal.
That
is
sounded like an
the big deal.
advertisement.
Gotta go
You
for
back up the cereal.
Gotta
Okay,
go for
You want
cereal.
one thing to
12
bring
grams.
you a little bit of fleeting joy.
light cereal.
Joy in your sadness. Light cereal. With cinnamon.
Okay, the baby room, the nursery. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you open the door. It's not locked.
Locked?
Hold on. It's not locked. It was locked before. It's not
Oh.
locked. You
Oh.
open it. It's a simple
DLC.
room with a crib, a small shelf of children's books, and a small like toy box.
I'm not going in there
Okay.
first.
I'm gonna go in first.
I'll
Okay.
go in.
You walk in. It
Eden
doesn't
also
like
walks
trigger an
in.
event like it normally does. You just walk
Oh.
in.
Like, can I
Yeah,
roll
he just
walks in.
investigation?
Go for it.
Yeah, can we roll some sweet
Yeah.
investigation check?
Go
The
for it.
4!
Yeah, himbo.
Hold on.
Hey, I rolled a 2 plus 1, 3.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
Himbo.
Oh my god.
Smart man.
This.
Thank
One
y'all.
intelligent member of this party.
I got a
Thank
14.
you so much.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Got an
Good.
11. You're okay.
I don't know. There's nothing like grounding in this room. It's like kind of a bare bones, like just kids' room. Like you know from the painting that the kid isn't like big enough to really need like a bunch of things to entertain it because it is at most like 18 months.
Why was the room locked if it wasn't important?
It's a fucking
Exactly.
puzzle house. There's an order of things that you have to do things.
No,
I would like-
there's
I wanna-
something in this
I want to
room.
look in the. I want to look in the toy chest.
What do you want to do?
Look in the toy chest.
What did you say, Mars?
Look in the toy chest. The little
Okay.
box.
As you walk up to the toy chest, there is a small child that kind of like fades into
Getting the
existence,
fuck out. I'm running. I'm
What?
sprinting out of the room.
like the mom in the living room did.
Is
Oh,
gone.
God.
All right. Bye.
Is it
Bye.
cute?
Pitch
Wait, is
shit
the kid
himself.
cute?
Like, yeah, kinda.
Okay, I'm gonna say hello to the child. You know, in the typical like baby fashion. It's like, hi, baby.
You say hello. It's like they're like he's like solidly 2. Like
Solid
He's
2
still-
years.
2-year-olds can still
Yeah.
react to voices and stuff, though.
no, I was just saying like he's not a little bit. I mean, he's a little baby, but he's not like an infant. Anyway,
Can 2-year-olds talk?
Yeah. 2-year-olds can talk.
in small words, yeah.
Hey,
I have no idea. I don't know
Child.
anything about kids.
Eden,
I only know this because my mom runs a preschool.
Eden, you are a grown adult. Do you know how to
What?
interact with children?
What?
There's a child.
Yeah, I got a kid. What's up?
Wait, you got a
There is a
kid.
child. Well, I know that you can see that there is a child here.
Yeah, I was kind. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit of a ghost moment, kid thing there. It's kind of making me a little bit
It's
sad. I
like
was
you all
choosing
have
to
never
ignore
seen a
it.
ghost before.
Hello?
Get
Oh.
over it.
Hello?
I'll
Yeah, I
step
really
up and,
haven't. I mean, I did earlier, and I do now, right now, currently, and I'm looking at. And before
You
it
have
was
like
alright.
6 times at this point, at least.
I know, but they weren't kids before, and this one's kind of bumming me
It-
out.
Is a
It's
little weird
that-
that it's a baby.
It's okay.
This is like
It's
the
okay.
9th ghost you've seen.
All right.
Yeah,
I
this
just
was a
put that
baby.
in my head.
I
I
can
think
handle
you'd be
it.
over it by now.
As a pageant
This
queen,
was a
I have
baby. That's sad.
Can I like
as a
step
pageant
up and
queen,
try
I
and
have-
pick up the baby?
God.
Yeah. I mean, you don't. He doesn't. You like go through him
Okay, I'll
because
just
he's
like
not.
Oh
He's not
god.
be a
Oh.
ghost head then.
Did it
He
react
just, he
to
just looks
Nim?
at you, and he does like a little baby like coo giggle
Ah.
thing, you know.
Oh, that's cute though.
Hey there,
Eden
friend.
sits down on the floor next to the baby.
Yeah, Pitch is gonna sit down with him. Just
Miss-
Okay. The baby
Play
is
peekaboo.
playing with like letter blocks, and he takes some and he kind of like he puts them in an order, and to you it's just kind of like nothing, like it is garbage. Like you cannot see that it is words.
Stupid
But then
idiot
he
baby.
spins them all around, and they spell out the word name.
My name? Eden or Pitch or
I'm Pitch. Pitch M. Caldwell. It's real nice to meet you.
Pitch, as you say your name, he focuses back in on the blocks, and he starts rearranging them again. I've gotta find the right picture.
Oh no.
Walks in another room and he's just like,
Of a little baby.
"You're
He spins them around and he turns them back to you, and it spells that.
Chip.
Is that your name? Are you chipped?
He just kind of looks at you. He like blinks at you.
Oh, it's Pitch, but rearranged.
It's Pitch, but rearranged. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh.
Stupid.
Why'd you change his name?
He blinks at you.
Can we rearrange the letters?
I mean, you can.
Yeah,
Okay,
rearrange them to spell
Eden puts them in
Pitch.
Pitch. Yeah.
He like looks at it, and then he shakes his head, and he turns it back to what it was.
Okay.
You know what?
I can be.
No, he's right.
do you
He's
wanna-
right. Your name is Chip now.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Baby,
Nice
that's
to
a good
meet
point.
you. I'm Chipped M. Caldwell. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
All right. Okay.
What about you, little baby? Do you?
Yeah. What's your name?
Name.
He's 2. He doesn't know how to spell his own name.
But he knows kind of how to spell Pitch.
But he does have my pitch.
He doesn't answer when you ask him about your name
All right.
Okay.
or about his name.
I'm gonna call
Like
you
sausage.
Chip.
Yeah, the baby's Chip. That's
You're Chip.
We can't. Well, we can't rename babies, guys.
Well,
That's
we
kind of
just
weird.
something.
I'm sure the baby has a name, and that we just.
Well, we don't know the baby's name.
We can't just call it
It's just like a
baby.
nickname.
We definitely
Yeah.
can just
Just
call
a
it
little
baby
nickname.
until we figure it out.
I think we should call him Chip.
Babies need names.
Okay. Yeah, their own.
They do. And this baby's gonna be called Chip because that's all we know.
This baby is named Chip.
God.
All right.
Alright.
All right, Chip. So that's Pitch. This other fella's name is Eden. Does that mean anything to you? Are you gonna do any block things with that?
Yeah, when you say Eden, he takes the blocks and he rearranges them to this.
Dean.
Sorry. His name does kind of look like a P for a second, and I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's my name. You got it. First try, baby. You got
I
it.
mean,
You're really good at spelling. Did you know that?
he's real good at spelling, huh?
You ever consider
funky little
spelling bee?
baby.
I think you like
Okay.
it.
Well, baby, Chip, I'm Nim. There's a Y in there. Just help you with it.
he turns the blocks to bits.
You do?
Sounds like-
That's really close. That's real close.
Man.
That's
A little
backwards.
backwards.
It's like right
Little
order,
backwards.
wrong
Real close.
orientation.
Very good. Yeah. You're such a quick
The grumpy
learner.
feller in the hallway's name is Rudolph.
Not
Can you
give
spell
it my
Rudolph?
name. Do not give
Can
it
you
my
spell
name.
Rudolph, little Chip?
Do not.
Very.
Chipper, do you know how to spell Rudolph?
He
give it-
kind of pauses for a second, and then he says, he kind of nods, and then he goes, he changes the blocks to this.
Not
Oh,
prepared to die.
That's my
That
baby.
is very clever of you.
Not.
You're
my name's
wow. Little
No, I
man.
think that's right. Actually, I think
No.
that's right.
My name is not Erpdol.
The Chipper here says it is. So
No,
not-
I'm pretty
Thanks,
sure-
Chipper knows.
This
I'm
is
pretty
a
sure your name
fantastic
is Earl
child.
now.
yeah, and who
This
would know
baby is
better?
the smartest one among us.
Why do we have this baby the whole time we were solving all these puzzles? That makes it go a lot faster, honestly.
Okay.
Listen.
All right, Tilly, you gonna get your name spelled
Wait,
out
do
by
we
baby?
know Tilly's name yet?
Oh yeah, do we?
No. No
Um,
fools.
Yeah, what's your name? We're all playing along.
Well, Chipper, My name is Matilda Harlan. Tilly to my friends, which
He's
you are
already
not.
moving shit. He stopped paying attention.
All right. Alrighty.
God damn. Wow.
Alright. Now that we got our new names,
yeah,
Ghost
your
sodas.
Christian names, if you will.
our
Yes,
Christian names,
perfect.
yeah, what's new from here?
Our Chipson names.
Yeah, we'll deal.
Terrible.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Hair.
Is there any sort of wait, that's not a voice. Is there any sort of method to the way he's rearranging these?
Mm-mm. It's not a cipher. He's just fucking them up. He's just scrambling them.
Oh my god.
I love him.
Why is he
What's
doing
the
that?
point?
He's a little stupid.
Sometimes
baby.
things are a puzzle.
Alright.
Hmm.
Hey, baby. Hey, Chip.
He looks at you.
Your older sister, Maisel. You know how to spell that one?
His eyes kind of light up. He's played this game before.
Oh.
And
cute.
he spells out this. And he points at it and nods.
Ah.
Alright. Alright.
Well, now
Yeah.
that's a little spooky.
Okay. That did it one.
All right. All right.
Gotcha. That was
And
smart.
as when he's done spelling it out, he reaches into the toy box and pulls out a gun.
Back
Uh,
up.
He
Hands up.
He's in the toy box. He kind of rustles around for a second. And then he kind of
That's
toddles over
bad.
to you, Eden, and he has his hands closed and he's like holding it over yours.
Open your hands.
Okay, Eden opens his hands.
And he opens his hand and a key falls into your hand.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, thank you, Chipper.
that's very sweet of you, honey.
Thank you. Yeah. Good key.
He sits back down and starts rearranging blocks into just they're not words anymore. They're just kind of random letters.
By
That's my
color, I
boy.
see.
All right. Well, we got a key now. Do we want to? What we didn't. Dining room and kitchen were locked, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
To the
Y'all
dining
want
room,
to
to the
try?
kitchen.
Y'all want to try
I
that
think.
one out?
All right.
Let's do it.
That seems smart.
I
Here, y'all.
feel kind of weird about leaving the baby here.
No,
though.
yeah.
Do
I was
not.
already
I do
dead.
not.
It's dead already, so I think it's fine.
No, well,
Yeah.
don't say it like that. Oh, come on.
I don't
okay.
like
Y'all
that
can take
idea.
the key. Y'all can take the key. We'll stay
This
up
is
here
a
with the
little
baby.
Yeah, we'll stay
This
with
is-
the baby. Y'all go figure something out.
Alrighty.
As y'all are
It's a
saying this, the
baby.
kid disappears.
Oh,
Yeah, see,
Oh.
it's
Thank
already gone.
God.
Well,
It's alright.
okay.
now I miss Chip.
Yeah, yeah.
Alrighty.
No, I'm with you. No, I'm with you, Pitch. That was our little baby.
That was our boy.
It's
No,
not your
no,
baby.
For 3 seconds.
There's a little
Look,
parrot.
It's just nice to have a little something that reminds you of home every once in a while when you're in a
Do
very
babies
scary house
remind
full
you
of
of home?
ghosts.
Yeah, I suppose so. Mm.
I don't know.
Let's
All
go
right.
to the
Well,
dining room now.
let's head down to the yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all living in
That might be
preschool?
nice.
All
I just
right.
want to get the
Yeah.
hell out of this house.
Pitch
Okay.
Pitch does in
What
fact
did you
live in preschool.
Just want to
Said,
get.
y'all living in preschool?
I gotta finish chewing this
Not bad.
food.
Yeah.
My fucking dinner. Okay.
Miss
Oh, tell
Rory,
There's a
him.
stop
dog.
yelling.
Get him.
Get him.
Max. Okay. So what do you want from me, Juno? You have
Oh, she
food?
wants
Affection.
Love.
She wants to play D&D.
Give her a kiss from me.
She's
also
halfway
me.
across the room, but next time she walks over here, I will scoop her up and give her 2 kisses.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anyway, in my notes, you definitely were not supposed to be here. Like when I wrote the note, like when I finished prepping this like part of the house, and so it just says in all caps, "Not yet. Stop them from going here."
Nice.
Gotcha.
Anyways, because we were at the very beginning, and I knew you were gonna try the room on the first floor, and you had to do other stuff first. Anyway, so you use the key, it unlocks the door to the kitchen. As
Who
you walk
locks the
in,
kitchen?
people who are trying to keep burglars out. Those fucking raccoons. I don't know.
Raccoons can pick locks.
You already unlocked it.
My point
So-
is that there's no point in locking it if raccoons can pick locks.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
maybe they're
pick
trying to
rocks.
keep out other riffraff.
A riff-raff.
Who
Or
knows?
maybe it's a ghost house where all of the rooms have been locked so far.
Yeah.
Another bubble.
Anyway, you walk into the kitchen. It's really big. Like, I mean, it's a mansion with a ballroom. Like, you have to accommodate a ballroom amount of guests. So it
So
has
Mad
like
Father.
sure.
Did you just
Okay.
reference Mad Father?
I was more thinking of like the big ass kitchen from Clue the movie, but whatever.
Oh, God.
True.
Hey, Lee?
Yeah.
Lee, are we all like
Yeah.
hungry? Like, how long has it been? Because I have
Yeah.
no idea how long we were out or
I was
whatever.
about to say Rudolph said like a halfling, so he's going straight to like a pantry.
I was trying to
Uh,
discern clues, but okay.
You guys, yeah, you're not hungry. It's
Okay.
been
Well,
well,
you can
actually,
still
you
steal.
don't know how long it's been, but
But not long enough that
There's-
we're hungry, I guess.
you're not
Gotcha.
hungry. I just said you're not hungry.
Yeah, I know. I was just clarifying.
I wanna
Okay.
roll investigation for the room.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
can I also
finish.
do that?
Let me finish talking about the room. What's your horses? Okay. It's a big kitchen. You can just see just from looking at it, like all the dust and cobwebs and such, that whatever food was in there is now long gone. And you watch as a figure slips in through an unlocked, now boarded up
God.
servants door.
Oh my god.
They're wearing a cloak, but you can see a noticeably feminine figure underneath. Like, they're pretty short and, like, you know, like, as they turn, the cloak kind of, like, billows open a little bit, and you can see that, like, this is a feminine person. And the hood, you notice that the hood of the cloak kind of, like, falls, like, weirdly on their head, and as they turn to face the rest of the room... What?
Not there.
Oh. What was the last
that
thing
just
you heard?
Cloak.
Okay. Yeah, so the hood of the cloak kind of falls weirdly on their head, like kind of unnaturally. And as they turn to face the rest of the room, you see a single, like, curved horn poking out the front of the gap of the cloak, and then they disappear.
Is it centered like a unicorn horn or off to the side like a tiefling?
It's off to the side.
Okay, alright, cool. Now can I roll investigation?
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 12.
That's fun. It's a dining room. It's covered in dust. There's like an oven and a stove and stuff.
I would
weird.
also like to roll
Yeah,
Okay.
same here. Give me a sec.
15.
17.
It's a kitchen. There's like an oven and stove and stuff, and there's like a
19.
old timey refrigerator.
There's nothing in here, huh?
There's a kitchen, and it's kind of like it's got like an oven and like appliances and stuff. And
A pantry.
Mark, since you got a 19, you find a single can of peas.
Oh, come on.
Hold on, I'm adding
Score.
that onto my treasure. Along with my $2.
It is long expired, but sure.
I don't
Canned
care, I'm
goods
putting it
don't
on there.
truly expire.
Canned goods don't expire.
Single can of Piaz.
Okay.
Can we access the dining room through the kitchen? Like, there's like a door,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I would like to go into the dining room.
Okay. Are we all going into the dining room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
seems
we'll
smart.
Yeah.
All right. So you open the door into the dining room, and it's a like kind of a thin room. Like, it's only made to encompass this long table that sits in the middle. Again, like the dining room from Clue.
Love it.
Oh my god.
And
Delightful.
Can you compare everything to Clue?
Yeah.
yeah. Have you
Wait,
not
wait,
picked
wait,
up
wait.
on that already?
So which
What?
character is each of our character? Which Clue character is each of our
We
characters?
can discuss that later.
Can I be
Mark.
Tim
You-
Curry?
We can talk. Yes, obviously you're Tim Curry. We'll talk about it in the Adventure Zone.
Perfect.
Anyway, the table is surrounded by ornate chairs, and below a like very obviously priceless chandelier. Like it is too gaudy to match the rest of the house.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Rudolph's looking at the chandelier.
Rudolph, don't you
Looking
steal
at
a
it.
chandelier?
My prize! I'll do anything for
My
money.
perfect heist. I
This
break into
is actually
Tiffany,
the
skip
first
priceless,
room that
steal the
you've been
chandelier, it's
into.
priceless.
Shut up. This is the first room you've been in that the light is like very obviously coming from a lighting fixture in the room. Like this shit is like lighting the rest of the room. Like it's not just kind of like ambiently lit. And this room also doesn't look particularly like decrepit. Like it's just, I mean, it's not the tiniest thing in the world, but it looks just kind of lived in, you know?
Weird.
Are we gonna have to all sit in the chairs around the table like in a weird, creepy thing?
Yeah,
Maybe.
can we do
I
that?
think we might.
The
That's good.
table is set, although there's no evidence of a meal, and on each of the plates rests
Oh no.
A tasty little
rests
snack.
a cough is the thing.
Oh
Ian digs on in. He is so.
Each of the hold on, I have to open my other document. Each of the plates has a letter on it which has each one of your names. There's a different placemat for all of
Is there a
you.
head of the table?
Yeah. But yours
Okay.
is not there.
Damn it.
So
Whose is there?
no one's is there.
Okay. Nim's
that's
gonna go
good.
find
We-
hers.
Yeah, I guess I'll
Yeah,
sit
wait.
down.
Hold on. What's the seating arrangement? This is so important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
who's
need to know
sitting
who
with
I'm
who?
next to.
Okay, so there's the head of the table at the far end of the room, right? And the foot of the table closest to the door, because that's how it works. And from left to right, I didn't draw this, so from left to right, it's
Wait, okay, hold on. Left to right, like down the side of the table.
no left to right, like across, like you're reading a book.
Okay.
Okay.
And so it's Tilly, and then Eden, and then Pitch, and then Rudolph, and then Nim is the last one on the left.
Left side.
Point of
Okay.
contention, does it say Tilly or Matilda?
It says, I don't know what, like, it doesn't have like your full legal name. It's just kind of like,
It's your ghost house, I just want to know.
I mean, I don't know. And maybe it says like Matilda, and then it says Tilly in like quotation marks.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm sitting in between Tilly and Nim.
Yes.
Oh, I'm very scared. Okay. I don't trust either of these scary little girls.
Okay. Are you gonna open the things that you have?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I meant to do this too, but I didn't. It's fine. You open it up, and it's just kind of like a letter on a normal piece of paper. And it says at the top, it has your name, and then it says, "I need help. This is the only way I can reach you." And then at the bottom, it says, "Know my story, know my name." And then it has a name of a room in the house. And all of your rooms are different.
Ooh.
Oh, neat.
Hold on, let me get this.
Rudolph's is the baby room. I'm gonna stab myself with my cane.
That hesitation is Lee changing their notes so that Rudolph has the baby.
Yeah. No, it's just me trying to copy these all down into Discord because I didn't think about it.
And that's valid. The amount of times I was like writing up weird rhymes and stuff during Silent Song while we were doing D&D.
So good.
Yes, and I
Just
live by
writing the
that.
next
Powerful.
scene while we were doing a like happened all the time.
What is them?
Is that why you
Being a
always let us
useless
do
DM
so
is
much
the best.
banter?
Yes. Yeah, because I didn't have the next scene planned.
I was gonna say Silent Song had a lot of banter, like a
Yeah,
lot.
it did. Oh, sweet, sweet Bants.
Because it wasn't supposed to be as long as it was. And then once I realized everyone was getting invested in the characters, I was like, I gotta keep it going. Ooh. I'll just let them talk.
Okay, there it is.
I got
Oh
the
yeah.
Wait, I don't have one.
Oh, I forgot to copy yours down.
You're not included.
You don't get to go on the adventure.
You're underage.
You have to stay in the dining room.
Sorry, must be this tall to ride.
Yeah, must be this tall to ride the haunted house.
Rudolph would not be
Haunted
included.
mansion, if you will.
Oh, dope, ballroom.
Mhm.
Hey,
died.
Eden does a little bit where he pretends to like fork and knife his letter as a funny.
Get up from I'm out of the
Pitch
room.
till it
Cackles.
All right.
Okay.
What rooms did y'all get? Cause I got master bedroom. Is this a trap?
I
sure hope
think
it
this
isn't.
might be a
Probably.
trap.
Okay.
But I'm going to the
Alright.
parlor room, and that's where the booze is. So
The
that's
study.
fine.
You are such an
You looked out.
alcoholic.
No,
Event priorities.
Hey,
You need
Wait,
some
what?
professional help.
what?
As
What's
if
going
you
on?
don't.
I
I zoned
don't.
out. I zoned out for a
Okay.
second.
For what? Excuse me, what
Uh-huh.
are you trying to say?
Sure.
What's going on?
Hey,
I
this
don't
man
know.
is just randomly
Alright,
insulting
well-
me out of nowhere.
Ain't a man, lady.
Peach?
Man in the general sense.
Man is inhuman.
Man.
Well, half elf, I think, but
What rooms did you
Alright,
all
I'm
get?
gonna-
What?
I'm gonna head up to the master bedroom. Did you get? Wait, let me guess. Nim, let me guess your room. Did you get the girls' room? Did you get?
Yeah,
Did you get the girls' room? Am I right?
yeah, I did.
You should have bet on
You
it.
can pinpoint.
Oh, you're right. I should have bet on it. Well, I got like some pocket. I don't have a whole lot. Oh, wait,
You have $2.
I have $2. But I'm kind of saving that for later. You never know when ice cream might come around.
No, that's so true. That's so true.
And I really am craving one of those Sonic the Hedgehog popsicles. So.
Oh, that sounds real
Powerpuff
good.
Girl.
Can't believe
Oh, yeah,
Eden
or
invented Sonic the Hedgehog.
one of the minion popsicle sticks, you know the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Exactly
I'm
what you're
gonna
talking about.
head up to the master bedroom.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I
before
guess
you
I'll go to the ballroom.
I'll go into the
Good luck,
study.
gang.
Yeah.
Hope y'all die.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You too.
We're not a gang.
Well, okay. Do you want me to? I mean, what do you want me to say? Good luck, everyone. Like
Yeah, that works.
Oh.
okay.
Y'all.
Good luck, everyone.
Y'all.
I
Good
was
luck,
gonna say
y'all.
y'all.
Good luck, y'all, and
Gone.
Tilly. I guess.
Thank you.
Hit
Turn
children
off
on
Scott.
that ball.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We head
So-
upstairs.
Yeah, so everybody start walking to your rooms alone, and it's kind of weird. And you realize that this is the first time you've been alone in this like freaky murder house.
Before Eden goes into the master room, since they're all on the same level, he does like a little wave over to Nick, like a little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nim's gonna just like smile and also thumbs up.
All right. Cool.
Y'all are cute. So you all open the doors. Cheesy 90s like side by side shot
Oh,
of you
nice.
all
Very
opening,
cute. Love it.
opening the
Nice.
doors at the same time.
That's God tier.
Um,
Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, who would like to go first?
Can I go first?
Yeah, everyone else
Yay.
leave.
Everyone else leave.
Hey.
Oh, the chat. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
secret time. Secret time.
Yeah, it's a little secret time. I was gonna do it like how Griffin does it in 11th hour, but we can't all record separately. It's kind of the thing. So anyway,
Hi.
What?
Hello.
we're gonna make a group chat. We can talk while this goes. Okay, hello. You, Nim, walk into Maisel's room. Oh my god, shut up! I'm trying to DM. And you see as the door closes behind you, you see. Oh my god, hold on. I'm gonna turn Discord on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, Oh my fucking
Umi.
god. Okay. You see, as you walk in, the door closes behind you, and you watch as another one of these like visions start. But this time you're not like watching something play out like you have been in the past, but you've like it's someone else's story, someone else's memories. But this time, Nim, you see your mom in this room, and it's I can imagine it's kind of a shock to see
Yeah.
your
Oh.
but she's kind of the same like translucent like like she looks like the same as the rest of the visions. You can tell she's not there, but I imagine that the sight is still kind of alarming.
Yeah, it freaks her out a little bit. She does jump like a foot in the air.
Yeah. And you see your mom, except it's not like what you would imagine she looks like now because it has been like a while since you've seen her. It's kind like she looks like how she did when you like still lived with her and like did pageants and stuff.
Yeah.
And as you're watching the scene, you're watching her like walk through a hallway, and you recognize that this is like a pageant setting. Like you see girls running like past her with like dresses in their hands and like half made up faces and all this kind of stuff. And as you're watching her walk, you see in the foreground, you see yourself talking to someone, and you're talking to the person that you remember having a crush on back when you did pageants.
Okay.
You want to tell me? You want to tell me what she looks like?
Okay. She was like very tall, taller than Nim, which is impressive because Nim is like 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of like lanky and skinny, and she had like very, very bright bleach blonde hair. And it's all up in like a big old bun on her head. You know, pageant beehive style.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's just very, very pretty. Just
What's her
very
name?
shoot, I hadn't thought about that. I think I named her Alice.
Alice. Okay. But as you're watching this like vision, you're watching your mom walk towards you. You can tell just from the way that you're interacting, Alice, that it's more than just you having a crush on her. It is who are very obviously like holding hands and being like very like kind of affectionate with her, and you know that this is not how it like went down in real life. Like what you're watching now is not the reality that you remember. And you watch as your mom walks towards you two, and you both tense up and kind of like untangle yourselves and act like nothing happened. Act like you're not talking. And as you're watching this, the scene shifts, and you see on either side of Maisel's room there are two different things happening. You watch you and Alice, and you're both in separate places, both in your rooms, and you're like packing stuff and gathering, like you're about to run away. And you again realize that like these aren't your memories; these are someone else's memories that they are kind of like superimposing onto people in your life. And as you are like realizing that this isn't how your life went, the scene changes again, and you watch Alice walking. You see her in kind of the same way that you saw your mom walking towards you. You see her walking down this alley with a suitcase in her hand. Towards where you guys, towards where you guys had agreed to meet up. And as she's walking, you see as a group of people come from behind and corner her. And you watch as they take the suitcase from her and drag her to the building next door, which is very obviously a church. You see like the huge steeple and the stained glass. And you watch as they drag her out the back of the church and towards the river they used for baptism, and you watch as you had already seen this scene of a girl being drowned. And as you're kind of in shock and watching this and taking it all in, the scene changes again for the last time, and it's like you're looking at yourself, and you know that this is a familiar sight. These are very directly your memories again, because it is you and a mirror that you are familiar with, because it is the mirror in the entryway of this house. And as you are looking at yourself in the mirror, your reflection changes, and it's no longer you, but it's the girl from the portrait. And she gently places a hand up against the mirror, and she pauses for a second, and then she kind of makes a fist and like slams it against the mirror, and it like resounds with a thud. And then the visions stop, and you're again alone in this room.
Will. Oh my god.
And now, what are you talking?
That was an experience. Huh. Well,
And now,
I think that's enough visions for today. Maybe so.
all right. Now you can leave if you want to, or you can
Okay.
stay. I mean, it's
I will dip. Also,
okay. Marcus,
Oh, I'm
join
scared.
me.
Oh, sweet. Sweet nuts. I am sweet home Alabama. Da, 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 da.
Okay. I should have grabbed water before this, but I didn't, so. Okay. Eden, as you walk into this room, the door closes behind you, and you see your wife.
Eden just a big old breath, and he's like, April? Is that you? Is that Ghost April?
She is not looking at you. She is instead looking at something across. And as you follow her gaze, you see yourself, but many a year younger. When you first met her and you first started like dating.
Aw. Young
Uh,
boy. Young boy.
You watch yourself run up to her, and y'all exchange this like kind of very like very fresh like new love embrace. And you can tell that these are very old memories that you are watching replay.
Eden's just kind of like nodding and taking it in.
You watch as the visions in front of you, they change, and you see yourself. It's you and your wife, and you're in your bedroom at like your mom's house, which is weird. Like you notice that is not like
Something
the
that ever
timeline
happened.
of that. Yeah, it doesn't line up. And you watch as you're like sitting in there, and like you hear footsteps coming, and so you like usher your what is now your wife like into like a closet or something to try to hide her as your mom comes into the room. And again, you're like, this isn't right. Like this isn't how it went. Like these would have never like
These
connected like this.
Do not interact. Yeah, these two things didn't.
Yeah. And as the scene changes again, you see you and your wife, and they're in two different places, and you're like packing to run away. Like you're packing in your room, and she's in her room, and you recognize this because it is identical to the memories you have of like when you picked up and left as soon as you turned 18. Like it is the same bedroom, same suitcase, like everything is exactly the same except your wife is there. So like these are your memories, but they're also not.
Eden's
Yeah.
like his brow is very furrowed, and he's like he's kind of catching on that this is his memories, but it's also definitely the ghost girl Maisel's memories. He's onto it. He's like, yeah.
So you watch the scene, it changes again, but you're not there this time. Like you're not watching yourself. It's just your wife, and she has her suitcase and like a rucksack thrown over her shoulder. And you don't know how you know, but you know that she's on her way to meet you for you to finally leave, finally run away. And you watch as she's walking, like you're watching her from the back, and in this like vision, these figures like start to fade in, and they corner her and they like bring her somewhere. Like you can tell there isn't like signs of an obvious struggle. Like she is more trying to just kind of get them to go away, and if that means that she kind of like does what they want, then like that's okay. Like there's a sense of familiarity with these people, like she has dealt with them before. And you see, as the vision changes, you see a scene you already watched like maybe 30 minutes ago. You watch, except this time instead of a like shadowy figure, it is your wife. And you watch as she is pushed under the water and continues to struggle before giving up the ghost.
He's reaching out this time. Now he's like, at first he was like, this is a vision, it's not real, but now he's like actually reaching out and trying to interact with the vision.
Yeah, you kind of walk up to it and you like get to where it's like happening around you.
He straight up runs.
You run into it and get to where it is happening around you, but it like you can't interact with it at all.
Is it just like phasing through, or just like?
Yeah, you're like your hands are just going like straight through it.
He's still going, but then at one point he's like, okay, and he just kind of nods.
And the vision changes one more time, and you see yourself in the mirror. And it's a mirror that you recognize, not because it is in your house or anything, but because you have seen it today. It's the mirror that is in the entryway of this house. And as you realize that, your reflection, it changes, and it's not you anymore. It is the reflection of the girl from the portrait, the teenage girl. And she puts her hand up to the glass, and it thuds against the glass. And then the vision ends.
But Eden just kind of slowly nods, and he looks around the room. Is the mirror still there?
The mirror is in the entryway, so yes, but not in this room.
Okay, I think Eden's gonna go downstairs.
Your door doesn't open, and also leave. Well, I mean, you can stay if you want, but
oh. Here, I'll leave. I'll go in privacy.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Gay Little Heaven.
I'm so scared.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Pitch, you are in the parlor room.
Oh boy.
You walk in and the door closes behind you, you're not like startled though, obviously, because this is kind of just how things go for now. And as you are like turning back around to face the room after like turning to look at the door, you see your wife.
I'm gonna, I guess, just like walk straight toward her and try and like hold her face.
As you walk towards her, you begin to notice that she is looking, but she is not looking at you. She is like looking through you almost. And like you walk up to her and you try to like touch her, but your hand phases just like right through. And you realize that this is probably one of those visions, like that you've been seeing the entire time you're here, but you, for the life of you, you cannot understand why your wife is here.
Yeah.
And as you follow her gaze, you follow it to the other side of the room where a much younger Pitch is, and he runs up to her, and or they run up to her, and they exchange in this kind of like very loving embrace, right? 'Cause it's your wife. But you're both like, yeah, like when would you say you met your wife?
I probably met her like early 20s.
Right. Like looking at this, like this Pitch you like are looking at, this is not Pitch in their early 20s. Like this is Pitch at like 17. And like you know that is not how this memory would have gone. Like that you did not know your wife when you were 17. Like it's just like something's not adding up. And as you're like thinking about this, you're watching this scene, and you're like watching you and your wife, and you're like sitting in some like public park or something, and you're like you're just you're just having like a normal teenage relationship. But in the vision you watch as your mother walks over, and as she does, like when you begin to notice her, you and your wife like separate and kind of like pretend that nothing was happening, like you're very obviously hiding her from your mother, which is weird again because that's not how it went. And you watch this scene change, and you see on opposite sides of the room, you see two people in two different rooms, and you're packing to run away. Like both you and your wife are like preparing for this. And as you're watching the scene changes again, and you watch as your wife is walking, and you don't know how, but you know that she's walking to where you guys agreed to meet to like run away. And you begin to realize that like these aren't your memories. Like they are to some extent, but also like these aren't like your feelings or your knowledge. Like these are someone else's that are like superimposed on to people in your life. Like this is not something that is familiar to you. And so as you watch your wife walk, you're watching her from the back, and sorry, my throat is so dry.
You're good.
You watch as these like figures in like priest uniforms like surround her, and like she starts to walk with them in the opposite direction. And you watch a scene that you have already seen maybe 30 minutes ago, but instead of just a random figure, this time you watch your wife, and she is being forced under the water, by like two like strong hands, and you watch your wife drown.
Um, they're like, they recognize that it's not real, but it's hard to convince yourself that, watching your life drown in front of you is not real.
Right.
They're freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. Like you're watching this and obviously it's stressful and you know that this isn't like reality, but that like doesn't make it any less scary. And so you're watching this. And so this time you are extremely grateful for when the scene changes. And as you're watching the scene change in front of your eyes, you see your reflection. And it's in a mirror you recognize because it is the mirror that is in the entryway to this house. And you see this mirror and you see your reflection in it. And as you like recognize that it is the mirror in this house, you watch as your reflection is replaced with the reflection of the girl in the portrait. And as you are trying to figure out like why your reflection is somebody else, you see her raise a hand gently up to the glass, and then she thumps it, and it makes like an audible thud, and then the vision stops.
I can't see her anymore.
No, everything is faded away. And yeah, thank you for your time, Matt.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let me grab someone else.
Okie dokie.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you gonna
Welcome
kill
to
me?
Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. No, you're not gonna die. Yet.
Oh,
Okay.
neat.
Tilly, you are walking into the ballroom. You walk into the ballroom and it's the same as it was when you left it some 30 minutes ago. And
That's nice.
yeah, the door shuts behind you, but it's not exactly a startling like occurrence. I mean, it has happened multiple times while you're in this house. You've come to almost expect the door to shut behind you.
Doors are just like that.
Doors are just like that here. But as it does, it shuts in you. And you turn back to the rest of the room and you see yourself maybe 3 or so years ago.
Cool.
And obviously you don't look that much different. It's 3 years and also you're a vampire. So you look pretty much the same. And in this vision, you are standing next to a girl that you also do not recognize. But for some reason, you have you care about her a lot. Like you watching this vision have the impression that you care about this girl a lot, which doesn't make a lot of sense because you have no idea who this is. You have never seen this girl in your life. Like when your brain makes up people for dreams but it doesn't, and it just pulls random people off the street. It's like that. You have seen this girl before, but you could not tell me her name.
Yeah.
And you're watching this and it's just kind of confusing. You're why do I know that I have these feelings for this woman that I've never like met. And as you're kind of like trying to puzzle this out, like you watch as your dad walks up to the scene where you are with this girl. And you both like you were being very affectionate, but as soon as you notice him walking over, you kind of like tense and like resume like composure, like acting like nothing has happened. And
Yeah.
it's weird, right? Because like these are not your memories, but they are people you know and like things that you recognize, but this never happened to you. And so
Okay.
as you're watching this, the scene shifts again, and it is you watch as you and this girl are in separate rooms, and you begin to pack. And somewhere in you, you know, and again, you don't know why, but you know that you and this girl are packing, and you're gonna run away. Like your plan is to just totally, like, completely skip town, and just leave. And this is familiar to you, but also like, but at the same time, this like there are so many unknown elements to this that you like don't recognize.
It's familiar, but
Um,
not too familiar. Got it.
yeah, it's familiar but not too familiar. And the scene changes as you both like shut your suitcases in your like individual rooms. And you see this girl, you watch her from the back and she is walking, and you know she's walking to where you guys agreed to rendezvous before you like skip town for good. And as you are watching this girl walk with her like suitcase, you see people like crowd in on either side of her, and they like exchange a few words before they start, like they turn around and start to walk the opposite way. And you can tell that like she is not afraid of these people necessarily, like she is on edge, but also not like afraid for her life. Like she knows that the best way to deal with this is to just kind of let like it happen. So she goes with them, and you watch as the scene changes, and you watch something that you've already watched in this very room maybe 30 minutes ago. You see them push this girl under the water, um, and drowned her. Um, and you don't know this woman, but like something in your gut like hurts watching this. Like you are in love with her and she is dying, like, but obviously these are not feelings you have, they're someone else's feelings in your memories. um and the scene changes one more time as she like gives up the ghost, and you are looking at your reflection in a mirror. And it's a mirror you recognize because it is the mirror you saw in the entryway of this house. And as you look in this mirror, your reflection changes, and it is no longer your reflection in this mirror, but the reflection of the girl in the portrait. And she raises her hand and gently puts it against the glass, and it resounds with a thud. And then the vision stops. It just fades away.
Cool. I'm gonna like reach out and try and grab where the mirror was, but I'm guessing there's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I will have you back in a moment.
Cool.
Leave.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Brody. Last but not
Hello.
least, are you ready for
I
your?
had corned beef and cabbage. I'm so ready.
Oh wow, that is so fun. Okay. You walk into the study. It is still just as poorly lit as you left it. It just like a single candle sits on the desk. And as the door closes behind you, you see a face that you did not think you would be seeing on this side of eternity. You
Uh-huh.
see your husband.
Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Rudolph definitely has not seen his husband since the night he died. So he's probably gonna black out for a second. Can't believe you would do this. He's gonna like do a double take and like kind of like rush forward a little bit to like investigate.
Yeah.
He's
So
gonna reach out.
as you're doing this double take moment, and like running over to where he is in the room, you notice that he's not like looking at you. He's kind of looking like past you. And
I definitely don't notice that.
I'm telling you, you do. Let me read my narrative.
Okay.
Like you follow his eyes across the room, and you see yourself. Like, when would you say you met your husband? Like, how old were you?
Oh, I wrote this down. I made a timeline because
That's so smart.
I know, right? I met him at age 42.
Okay, so you see yourself like running over to your husband in this vision, but it is not 42-year-old you. You are very obviously in your like upper teens. And
Oh.
like you think for a second, you're like, I know this isn't right. Like this is not the Rudolph
Yeah.
that met my husband. Like, but you look back at your husband and he is also not the age that you met him. Like you were both like young, like way younger than you were in reality when you met. And as you watch them kind of like share an embrace, you also see like from off screen, like not off screen, but like outside of the vision, you hear like a muffled voice. And they like upon hearing the voice, they separate, and like you and your husband, you like stop embracing and kind of like act like nothing happened. And
Okay.
the scene changes, and you see you and your husband both in your different like houses. Like you're in your childhood home, and he's in his, which I mean, like statistically, probably we're not even like close to each other.
Oh.
But like you're watching this, and you're both like packing, and you know without like knowing how like you know that you were planning to run away with him. Like you two are gonna skip town and find life outside of here.
Right.
And you watch as you're packing, and the scene starts to change again, and you no longer see yourself. You just see your husband, and he's walking towards where you two agreed to meet up to run away. And again, you don't know how you know this, but you do, and you're watching him, and you see from outside of the vision these figures start to fade in, and they exchange a few words with him, and they all turn and start walking the opposite direction. And you watch a scene that that you saw maybe 30 minutes ago.
What?
You watch your husband get shoved under the water, and drowned by like two hands above the water. So
I'm
this is
gonna run towards that. Whatever. Is it like I'm seeing it? So
yeah, you were watching this happen.
I'm gonna probably fall on my ass. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah, you're watching this and you're like, from where you moved, you are kind of like, this is happening around you, like you are inside the vision because you cannot like interact with it. Like, so you're just like watching this, and
I'm probably gonna shut my eyes.
yeah, you squeeze your eyes shut, but you can still hear like noises from inside this, like water splashing,
God.
and then it stops. And as you open your eyes slowly, you see that the vision has changed one last time, and you're looking at your reflection in a mirror, and you recognize this mirror because it is the mirror in the entryway to this house. And as you're looking at yourself in this reflection, your reflection changes, and it is not you, but it is the girl in the portrait. And she presses one hand against the mirror forcefully, and it resounds with a thud. And then
Okay.
the vision fades away, and you are alone in the study.
Okay. Oh my god. Rudolph's like
And now I will
pale.
get everyone. Yeah, I can imagine. I will get everyone back here.
Ugh. My head in my hands. You monster. Literary monster.
Good morning,
Hi, gamers.
gamers.
We're back. We're
Hello,
back.
gamers. Okay, so you've all just had a very fun experience separately
No,
in your own
no.
separate little rooms.
It was not fun.
It mainly just hurt it a little bit.
I really,
It was
I
kinda
really
fun.
did not
Lots of
enjoy
crying
it.
on Ryan.
I
Um,
tried so hard not to
it was-
cry.
Oh, Lottie, oh my god.
Y'all all had a way more emotional time than me.
Maybe.
like there was
It's because
no
Tilly
tears.
has no love in her heart.
Yeah.
Tilly doesn't feel love.
Not
Tilly
yet.
I
just
felt
vibes.
I felt the vibe, but there was no emotion in my heart. I was too busy writing things down.
Oh, see, no, I did cry.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are all in individual rooms, and you just had the funnest moment of your life, I would
I'm gonna
say.
beat
The
you up.
top 10 moments of my life. I
Top 10
love it.
moments of my life. This.
Are we allowed
Yes.
to discuss these moments with each other? These sweet little moments.
Yeah.
Because we already did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, okay. Rhodey, what did you get? Because honestly, I'm so interested.
Me
Already,
too.
why did I just refer to
Tilly-
myself?
Well, Rhodey, you know.
Well,
You know,
Rudolph is not
Rhodey.
spitting anything out. He's never gonna not. No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
staying in the study. He's not moving.
I mean, y'all can talk about it in like real
in
life.
character also. Would
Well,
y'all-
also, if you want to tell the other people, you can talk about it.
Okay. Yeah,
not
do we
in
want
these rooms.
maybe Nim's gonna leave the room and just kind of like stand outside the master bedroom waiting for Eden for like a hot second. Cause
Okay.
Eden
You
is
all
the
can
only
leave,
person
like you are not stuck
Okay.
in there anymore.
Okay, I think Eden comes out real slow and he's just kind of looking at the ground.
Hey. How you doing?
Real good. How are you?
Well,
Yeah,
That was-
okay. I'm gonna
yep,
go out
sure
on a
was
limb
something
and
else.
say that you got something pretty similar to what I got.
What'd you get?
Watch a loved one drown. How about you?
Okay, true.
All right,
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Now I'm saying we take this downstairs and we check out that mirror.
Yeah. the
Yeah.
mirror.
Okay. All right.
I want to see if it's broken. Cause like if you punch
Oh.
a mirror, it's gonna break. Right?
Do we want to? I can do some magic. I know some magics. So.
Ooh, I mean I do too. I just don't like to use it. I
No,
get
I'm
yelled
with you
at.
on that. I'm with
What
you on
class
that.
is Nim?
She's a sorcerer.
Right.
Hey.
Technically,
I
her
was saying,
class is
oh.
demon because she just kind of has like built-in magic from being a demon.
Oh, dope.
What a delight.
I
Can,
could.
can
Sorcerer
Tilly
is
go play
effective.
the piano hauntingly so it echoes throughout the house?
You are
Yeah.
so messed up.
I
Roll to play the piano hauntingly.
Man,
Would not be doing
I'm
that
gonna
if
be
you knew
real.
what this
This is
man
just
went
what her
through.
life is like all the time.
she needs help.
That is a 19.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you played the piano hauntingly, and everyone else is like, "What the fuck? What is wrong with you?"
Crystal's sitting on the floor drinking.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, Eden's like, hey, we should go check on Pitch. We need to do that.
Yeah, this is a good plan.
Eden kind of rushes downstairs.
Yeah, all right. And Nim's gonna
Rudolph's still in
follow.
the study.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just we leave
Just
Rudolph.
fucking left him.
He's not exactly been a team player. It's like-
There's a reason why.
Oh no.
I'll go join the others as soon as my song's done. It's pretty short.
All right.
Just a simple little. Look, I'm
I
trying
think
to calm my
Eden-
nerves and process.
Eden and Nim walk into the where are you the
The parlor.
Is this-
Parlor.
parlor?
Yes.
Pitch, are you all right?
Ever better.
And see, it's funny. It's so funny that you said that because I said just about the same thing. Did you? I would hate to assume anything. Did you, by any chance, watch a loved one die?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Do we want to go hit up that mirror in the front room?
Yeah.
Do you need a minute? If you do, I get it.
No, I'm just gonna bring
You're fisting an entire bottle of brandy at the moment.
No, yeah. Do you need any help carrying all of those?
Yeah, will you grab me another one?
No, yeah. Back up. No, I got you. Eden grabs another one.
Thank
Tilly
you.
comes back at this point and just gives Pitch a look.
All right.
Gives her a look.
Hey, no.
Homie,
Eden
I
also
said
gives
so.
Eden also gives Tilly a look.
Tilly
Circle of
threw her tongue
looks.
out at you. What do you want? You're not my dad.
He is
Shut up.
now.
Shut up.
He looks like such a disappointed dad. He looks like he's your dad and he just watched you get caught shoplifting.
Tilly's dad has never been disappointed in her. She doesn't know what that looks like.
It just takes her a little off guard.
It's like,
Like, whoa.
It's like when you hiss back at a cat and they're like, "What?"
No,
it is
'cause I think-
exactly like that. Yes, thank
I think
you.
Eden's definitely got his arm around Pitch's shoulder, like helping him get around because he just drank a whole bottle of brandy.
Oh, he's just vibing.
They're just vibing is the thing.
They're gonna be fine.
They're just
fine.
vibing. They're just vibing and keeping it tight.
There's no alcohol poisoning in the ghost house. It's fine.
Yeah.
Keep drinking.
Like, that's in general. They're
Chug,
fine.
chug,
They
chug,
just
chug.
not.
Okay, you are all. Oh wait, Rhodey, are you still in the study?
I shambled back.
Okay,
Hey, what do you want?
Eden looks at Nim and Eden's like, "Hey Nim,
Yeah.
we
What?
forgot Rudolph upstairs."
Whoopsies.
I can get downstairs just
Uh-oh.
fine.
Yeah, but like
Rudolph isn't
emotionally,
the
I
one
mean-
that drank a whole bottle of brandy.
I
So.
was like, he's an
See, that's what
alcoholic.
That's what I figured, but you gotta look out for. What's the thing about the team play? The coach. I don't. Okay, I give up. But
I look out
let's-
for a team or something.
Ain't no
That's
I in
so-
team.
No, that's not the one.
Sometimes a team is two. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
can I just say something?
That's definitely it.
That's in canon. Eden laughing at.
Just going through it, alright?
Breathe.
Alright.
Oh
My God, take
know
a
what?
breath in.
no, you're right. Sometimes a team is too. Okay.
I would
All
like
right,
to make
gang.
it canon that Tilly has been knocked down a peg. She's looking sheepish currently, just because
Oh.
of Eden giving her a look.
Good.
That's
Wow.
so good.
But also, Rhodey, what were you saying?
Oh, Rudolph's probably. I wanted to say something. I've been a real jerk to you guys, and I just kind of want to apologize. I'm real sorry that I haven't been helping with getting out of here.
Hey, no, you've been helping.
I'm being
Don't count yourself
selfish.
out.
Yeah, don't be
okay.
You
worried.
know what Pitch just said a moment ago about there's no I team? That's what it's.
Yeah. I definitely heard that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Anyway, Mom, hold
Tilly
on.
opens her mouth to make fun of him and then closes her mouth.
Hold
Like
on, my
gripping
mom just
something
told me
like
to go look
something
at the
on a chain
moon.
around
Can you
his
guys
neck.
pause?
He's like,
Can we pause the banter so I can go look at the moon? Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Don't say anything that I would. Okay, yeah, I'll be right back.
what is he doing?
Going to go look
Gotta
at
go look at the moon.
I wonder if I can see the moon from my
Alright.
window.
What's wrong with the moon?
It
It's
felt
impossible
broke.
to see the moon from my
Moon,
from
okay.
my window.
Now I would like to look at the moon. Actually, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I can't see the moon from my window. This is so sad. Pet a Buno. I will give Buno 2 kisses.
Thank you.
Oh, she's sleeping.
My darling lady.
She is lounging on my bed. This is my bed, not yours. You have like 2 other ones.
Mom, thank you, Mom.
Mom.
Where's the moon?
All right, gamers, I'm back.
How is the moon?
It's great. It's big. Big
That's
and
good.
fun. I'm a big fan of Top 10 Moons. That one.
What are the other 9?
Oh, the bigger one.
The ones on Jupiter.
The ones on
What's up with
Jupiter.
the moon? What is up with the
Get a
moon?
little more stupider. It's the last super moon of the year. So if any of y'all moon
Aw.
fans want to check out
It's
Big
just
because
the
it did
moon, but
rhyme.
bigger.
It is big.
Yeah, and I live by that.
I do live by
Oh,
that.
there's about to be okay. Did I miss anything at all?
No,
we
No.
kiss Bruno.
paused.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lucas
without
Bruno.
me?
Come kiss her yourself, coward.
Okay, on my way. Anyway, sorry, we were having a moment about.
You're good.
We're having a moment.
Is
Let's do
Martha?
this.
Yes, I am back.
Okay,
Mhm.
gamers.
Welcome back.
Where were we? I
Did
think-
Rhodey leave? Is Rhodey here?
Rhodey.
Yeah, I'm just sad.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
No, yeah, sorry. Let's get back into it because you're having a moment and it's time
Right,
to.
yes.
It's time to.
Oh, I was done. He's just holding
No.
on to something really tight in his pocket.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey,
cute.
you know, if you need anything, gang's all here for you. We're not, we don't bite. Most of us, Tilly might bite.
I don't.
I did not.
Had to
What in the world?
cover my mouth.
Never mind.
That was just a joke, but I feel like it is so funny.
It was really funny.
Because it's true. Tilly does bite.
Tilly probably bites. Tilly was probably the kid in 3rd grade who got in trouble for biting, but it was like her thing.
What are any of y'all talking about?
Nothing.
Talking
Anyway.
about you having Latin people.
I've never. Well,
That's what I thought. Anyway,
Well,
we all got the same vision, just about.
yeah.
And I'm thinking it's probably the same vision, and he's kind of like thinking for a second. He's like, it's probably the story behind this house, or why we're here anyway.
Unless we all actually had loved ones who drowned.
oh, the
And
person that I saw drown wasn't even anyone I knew.
Oh. Have you never loved someone?
No.
All right, cool,
I've loved
Tilly.
plenty of people.
Cool, Tilly. Just
Mm.
us then. No, right.
I mean, it was
Um,
sad. There's like a whole weird feeling of like, oh, it's like you know this person, and it's kind of sad to see like, but it just wasn't anyone I'd ever met.
Alrighty. Anyways.
Hey,
Now
I
you
don't
don't feel
mean
so
to
bad
be
about
wrong.
being
it looks like
selfish.
he's about to say something, and then he doesn't. And he does just start walking to the front room.
Yeah,
go.
follow.
Alright, we are all going.
Bull.
I'm fully leaning on anyone who's going to be around me for a hot
It's
minute.
Eden.
It's Eden.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
king
Eden's
of
like-
being drunk.
So we walk to the little part. What's it? Where are they? The little front room? What's it called? Entryway.
The entryway?
We go to
Yeah.
the entryway where the mirror is.
Where the mirror is, you know.
Hold on, I had to pick Buno up.
Oh,
She walked over to buy my
Buno.
cords, and I said, "Oh, it is cuddle time."
That's
Um,
really
Cuddle time.
Baby
Force-
Bruno.
Forcible
So-
cuddle time.
So basically, it is cuddle
Anybody
time.
want to give Buno a kiss while she's here?
yes, please.
Smooch, smooch. Kiss a kiss.
I kissed her like 6 times, so I think it covers it.
Perfect.
She hated it. She is now trying to leave, but
I loved it.
yeah, but it's what she needed, even if she didn't know it. But no, that is the squirt bottle I used to discipline you. You do not want that. Okay, hold on. Let me burp.
Bless you.
Okay.
Very
Oh,
good.
thank you. Bruno, please get your asshole out of my face. Thank you so much. She said, "No, this is what you want. You want my asshole in your face." Okay. Anyway, you all walk into the entry room. It is exactly how you left it. Just kind of a
Whoa.
mess. Because you
I'm gonna
finally
grab
broke
my
the
jacket
dresser.
back.
And as you walk in, you see a girl, and she is not sitting on, like, she is not in the mirror like how you saw her last. She is sitting on like the bench that all of the boots were sitting underneath. And as you all kind of file in, she looks up at you and stands up. And she says, "Wait, hold on. I haven't had to do a character voice this whole time."
Dude, you
Oh.
really haven't. You've avoided it successfully.
I know. I kind of
amazing.
finessed it. I didn't even mean to. She goes, "Well, this isn't really a problem. I did a southern voice for half of the other one, so."
Yeah.
She goes, "Do you understand what you saw?"
I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hold out the bourbon bottle, kind of like offering it to her.
Oh my.
Eden's
Um,
just kind of like nodding.
She kind of like puts her hand up, like very diplomatically, and she, um,
A lady of similar taste, I see.
Is this the girl from the painting? Is this
Yeah,
Maisel,
yeah.
are we to assume? How old does she look?
she is like maybe 17. Like, she is little. I mean, she's not little in the grand scheme of things, but compared to you all, this is basically a child.
She's about Tilly's age. I'm
Well,
not that much
About
younger.
Tilly, well, yeah, she's like 2 years younger than Tilly, but also Tilly's immortal, so
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is a good
She's
one.
immortal, but she is
I
still
was gonna
just
say,
19.
technically, she's only a little bit younger, but Nim is 400, so
yeah.
Also shorter.
like in people in vampire years, demon years, like in dog years, like in vampire years / demon
Dog
years,
years.
19, you know, like dog
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Tilly's just actually 19.
She looks at all of y'all and she says, "My name is Salem Ann Baker, and I'm going to get my girlfriend back." And as she says that, what is happening to my computer? As she says that, the walls begin to shake around you. Like, it looks like the whole thing is coming down. But you don't feel it. Like, the ground isn't shaking beneath you. Like, you can hear faint rumbling, but it's not real. Like, if you have gathered anything from being in here, you realize that this is not exactly reality. And the walls start just kind of falling around you. And then it all goes black again. And that's where I will end this session.
Hey!
Knew it.
Oh.
Hey!
Yes.
No.
Cool.
No, it's not. It's not where you'll end this session. You're gonna keep going.
Actually, you keep going.
No, I think it's where I'm gonna end this session, because watch this.